You say, Phil, what's the government, this constitutional republic, what is it doing for you? Well, is it doing more for you, or is it doing more to you? I will simply say to you, well, the governing authorities have decided that they are entitled to about roughly half of your money to keep her going. I am one of millions that they say the same thing to. Therefore, you say, you got the IRS to check this. So we have a CPA, and he's the one that says, make sure you got plenty of money coming this way, because every dollar you take, half of it has to go to the government. So I know that they are doing a lot to me. Pay the money, Robertson. Give us the money. So I'm paying out about half of what I make in this particular government. Now, I don't know what they're doing in Russia. I don't know what they're doing in China. This is the constitutional republic, and capitalism is the form of government we have. But in the form of capitalism, I look around and I'm like, well, they're taking half of my money. Whew. Let's see what they're doing. That's what they're doing to me. You say, what are they doing for you? I mentioned the roads. They said, well, we pay the roads and we make the bridges so you can get down there where you live. I'm like, I can get across a creek. I can build me a bridge across a creek. I can handle that one. And I don't care if the road is dirt or paved. So don't put the I'll pave your roads for you. I ain't care about paved roads. Dirt roads, fine. But they do provide the defense of the entire nation in case some foreign enemy says, let's take the United States down. I pay half of that money. I see that tax money. I'm like, going to a strong military, we need that, because some foreign power will have to try to bump us off. So I don't mind paying for that. I feel pretty good about it. But it wouldn't make any difference whether I minded it or not. I'm required to pay it, by the way, not only because the government says this is how much you owe us. That's one. You know what God said? Pay your taxes. You say, so paying taxes to governments is biblical. Yes, it is. So watch. For the ones of you who say, oh, you rebel. I'll give you what Thomas Jefferson said on why they started a constitutional republic, because they were under the boot of old King George over in Britain. So they all moved over, they started moving over to the new land, America. And they said, you know what? We don't need King George. They're going to he lists the grievances against him. You got to remember, God instituted all governments, but not all governments love God. Yes, many of them go corrupt. Yes, we're too big. Yes, we're too bloated. And yes, we piss more money out into the wind than it is mind-boggling. I'm giving them half of what I make, and they're 20 trillion in the hole. Well, everybody, I guess most people are giving them half or right at it. You say, well, I don't know. A lot of people on the lower rung, they're not giving them anything. And you're like, well, I don't know about the collection process and who's paying what. I just know what I'm paying, 40 to 50%. You say, well, that's just the group in the middle that's doing all the work. All the ones that don't work, they're paying doodly squat. You're like, no matter what happens, if I keep my faith in Jesus, my sins are removed and I'm a child of the resurrection. So I suffer through the government and their downfall and their corruption until I'm finally delivered through death into the arms of God. Then everything will work out. If you owe respect, give them respect. If honor, then honor. So, I honor my country. I honor my government. I honor the authorities. They asked Benjamin Franklin, what do we have? A theocracy? He said, you have a republic if you can keep it. So here we are 240 years later. I'm going to pay my taxes. Half my money is going. You say, we do have the greatest military on planet Earth. Law enforcement people are now blaming them for their lawless acts. Not true. We have to have rules, law enforcement. For one, I like Christianity. I love it because it has only one rule. Love God and love your neighbor, and that's the way I roll. The only rule under Christianity, love God, love your neighbor, is really, there's no rules, which is a wonderful thing. Everybody suck it up. Everybody ought to repent and turn to God, because if we all did, forget the world, just start with America. We show them what it looks like when everybody loves God and loves their neighbor. And everybody is known for their love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. When everybody operated like that, you're trying to tell me this wouldn't be a better place to live? Come on. Even you, Mr. Atheist, ought to say, love, joy, everybody is good, everybody is doing what's good. You're like, it would be a utopia. Think on these things.